Live from WTVO 17 and your home team. Eyewitness News at 6 starts now.
Today is 815 Day, and although coronavirus concerns have shifted parts of the community tradition, there is still fun to be had and deals to take advantage of. Rockford Day is one state-line hospital in the giving spirit. Health professionals return the favor to a group that helped them earlier this year. And former Illinois Governor James Thompson, whose prosecutions of public officials helped catapult him to become the state's longest-serving chief executive, has died, remembering his accolades tonight. Good evening, I'm Hannah Zettle. Thanks for joining us tonight. Multiple fire departments are called to the scene of a hotel fire in Dixon. It happened around 8:15 this morning at the Quality Inn Hotel on Plaza Drive. Fire officials say the flames triggered an automatic alarm and sprinkler system on the first floor. When crews arrived, they found heavy smoke. The fire was mostly contained by the sprinkler system. Fire officials say the fire is suspicious in nature and will be investigated by the state fire marshal. Firefighters in DeKalb starting off the morning battling a blaze as well. It happened around 8 today on Sunrise Drive near Prather Park. When crews arrived, they found heavy smoke coming from the back of the home. First responders attacked the flames, which were mostly coming from the attic. You can see the damage to the rear of the house in these photos posted to the DeKalb, Illinois Fire Department Facebook. Investigators say no one was hurt in the fire, but fire officials believe the fire was accidental. Rockford police investigate a shooting at a bar on Harrison Avenue. This happened just before 10 last night at the Victory Tap on Harrison Avenue near the intersection of 20th Street. Investigators say one person was shot. The victim suffered non-life-threatening injuries. Police have not revealed what led up to that shooting. Anyone with information on the case is urged to call police or Crime Stoppers. Former Illinois Governor James Thompson passed away last night at the age of 84. Today, lawmakers from both sides of the aisle remember the Republicans' accolades. Eyewitness News reporter Cole Hankey has the story.
The 14 years James Thompson served as governor beats out everyone else in the state's 200-year history. His successor and friend Jim Edgar believes that in itself is a testament to the kind of person he was.
He did a good job, and again, you'd have to be governor to appreciate having the fortitude to serve for 14 years in a state like Illinois that has one problem after another. Again, says a lot about the person.
The 84-year-old Thompson passed away Friday night after his heart stopped. Attempts to revive him failed. Now, the Chicago Republican is being remembered for his ability to work a room. His long tenure as governor is defined by his ability to compromise.
He was a consensus builder, and he was liked by Democrats, even though Jim Thompson was a Republican. And he was a deal maker. He liked to compromise and get things done by giving a little and taking a little.
But sometimes reaching that consensus took a little bit more than just giving and taking.
When business groups and labor unions were at odds over, say, workers' comp or unemployment insurance and restructuring it and reforming it, and he would literally lock them in the mansion and tell them, you're not leaving until you guys come to an agreement and have a deal. And when you do, I'll let you out.
Politicians from both sides of the aisle sang Thompson's praises after his passing. House Speaker Michael Madigan credited Thompson with modernizing the state government. And House Republican leader Jim Durkin called him an exemplary statesman who loved Illinois. Governor Pritzker said he will be revered as one of the titans of Illinois state government. And they all agreed that their respect came from that ability to bring people together and the belief that any problem can be worked out.
He would, if he were here, he would agree. The problems we face today, they're solvable. It's just we got to work together on this stuff to get these things fixed. And
that was Cole Hankey reporting. A Beloit neighborhood receives a facelift. Residents of the Merrill neighborhood were able to declutter the area in a community cleanup day. Bulky and hard to discard items like old tires, computers, and TVs were collected. Organizers say it's good to carve out time for cleaning up.
We don't always have the time to clean up our, leftover maybe from remodeling materials and that sort of thing. It's a really good opportunity to get rid of old doors, furniture, tires, electronics that may be piling up after the years.
Residents were also able to dispose of unused prescription drugs in a safe way. It's 815 Day in Rockford, and there were a bunch of community events that took place across town despite COVID-19 changes. Swedish American Hospital celebrated the tradition by donating over 2,000 masks to Rockford Public Schools. Hospital employees say it's the least they can do after all the help RPS provided during the pandemic.
Rockford has been so supportive. We have been so humbled by the outpouring of everything that we have received from the community. We decided to get masks donated, made, bought, and to give them to the school district. So when they restart school, they're prepared, ready to go, as they helped us during the COVID crisis from March to now.
Swedish American also recently made donations to Rock House Kids and the Rockford Fire Department. Rockford Day is held on August 15th in honor of Rockford's 815 area code. Traditions typically include hanging out with friends and picking up an 815 shirt from Rockford Art Deli. Our Michelle Rave reports that while coronavirus concerns have made a few changes to the event, residents are still excited to celebrate the 815.
Today is 815 Day, and that can only mean one thing: celebrating everything Rockford has to offer. From axe throwing at Big Timber Axe Throwing to shopping at local shops like Rockford Art Deli to enjoying a nice cold brew at Velvet Robot Coffee Lab. Amid the COVID-19 pandemic, many Rockford residents made the most out of 815 Day.
A lot of local businesses are doing super cool deals, like Rockford Art Deli is doing their sales today. I mean, I'm here buying merch.
So it's always nice to support small business to small business. And that's what I love about 815 Day, is that we can all come together as a community.
Claudine Fleming has lived in Rockford for 20 years and says it's the people that make the 815 so great.
It's a tight-knit community. There's a lot of giving and kind people here. So I just enjoy the friends and family that I have here, the connections that we have here that makes Rockford special.
This year's theme is celebrating Rockford's resilience, something Rockford Art Deli owner Jared Hennis is familiar with. Typically the shop drops an 815 print day, but they had to make some changes.
So we did a pre-order online, but yeah, definitely a different flow and energy, just because we're not doing the normal things that we did before.
But overall, business owners are grateful for the support.
Opening in this pandemic and everything, we didn't know what to expect, and we've been so embraced by the community. So 815 Day, of course, the community's really come out, which has been awesome.
And they encourage people to continue to shop local.
If you haven't as much this year, now's a good day to come and support downtown and across town and really just show some love for 815.
And the 815 celebrations will be continuing throughout the night. The Rockford Miracle Mile will be featuring a league of their own starting at 7. Reporting in Rockford for your home team, I'm Michelle Rave.
The number of positive coronavirus-related deaths in Illinois inches toward 8,000. That's after 5 additional lives were lost today, bringing the death toll to 7,726. 1,828 new cases of COVID-19 marks 204,519 cases across the state. Illinois health officials say the 7-day statewide positivity rate now stands at 4%. Overnight, over 1,500 patients were hospitalized with COVID-19. 127 of them are on ventilators. With more than 20 million global COVID-19 cases and a vaccine still months away, companies are working on a new drug to help fight the virus. Correspondent Kevin Cork explains.
Without a coronavirus vaccine and the number of cases growing each day, multiple companies are now working on what could be the next best solution: antibody drugs, which can start fighting COVID-19 immediately without your immune system having to make them.
Can be given in such a fashion that it diffuses very quickly into the body, all through the body, and you might be able to prevent infection immediately.
When we're sick, our body makes antibodies, a protein that attaches to the virus and helps eliminate it, whereas vaccines trick the body into thinking there is an infection, so it creates antibodies which can fight the real virus if you get one. However, the vaccine process can take a month or two to make antibodies. These antibody drugs use concentrated versions of the proteins and cut the process time down significantly, working almost immediately. Administered through an IV, they provide temporary immunity, believed to last for a month or even more, which could be beneficial to those at high risk, such as healthcare workers and people living with someone with an active COVID-19 infection. These antibody drugs are also being tested as possible treatments to prevent severe symptoms or even death. A handful of companies are now manufacturing and testing these antibody drugs, hoping to get doses out by the fall.
We want to take SARS-CoV-2 from the unknown and the unbelievably frightening to treatable. And I think that's not unreasonable to hope that we can do that in the near future.
Top infectious disease expert Dr. Anthony Fauci says he's actually cautiously optimistic about these drugs. In Washington, I'm Kevin Cork.
Now your first warm weather forecast with meteorologist Kevin Doom.
We started our Saturday with some cloudy skies and a little bit of rain moving through the state line. Even saw a few isolated thunderstorms this morning, but most of this rainfall had moved out earlier this afternoon. Now most of the cloud cover is moving out of the area as well, seeing lots of sunshine across the state line for the time being. This rainfall was a result of a cold front that has now moved away from the state line, is now bringing some showers and even a few thunderstorms to areas out to our east and our southeast. An area of high pressure is building behind this front. It's quickly drying out our atmosphere. It's going to help keep us nice and clear and dry for the rest of the weekend. You can even see, looking at our relative humidity, just how quickly our air is drying out behind this front. You can see humidity's up in the 80s in DeKalb County, all the way down into the 50s in areas out to our west. If we look ahead with FUTURECAST, the cloud cover is going to continue to clear up here through the rest of the evening and through the overnight hours. This is going to leave us with lots of sunshine to kick off our Sunday. Then lots of sunshine is going to be the story for the latter half of your weekend. No rain in the forecast to wrap up your weekend either. A little bit more cloud cover is going to move in overnight between Sunday and Monday. This is going to leave us with partly cloudy skies on Monday. Should still see a good amount of sunshine, and we're not expecting any rain for the first day of your upcoming work week either. However, this is not such good news considering how much our rain has been lacking lately. Of the 15 days so far in August, only 6 of them have seen rain. Only 2 of them have been measurable. So far, I've seen 0.52 inches of rainfall, all but 1/100th of an inch of that rainfall. 0.51 inches we received last Monday with the derecho event. So you can really see how much our rain is really slacking here so far this month. And yeah, this is not good news considering we have a very dry week ahead. Really, we only have a couple of decent chances for rain this upcoming week, just slight chances on both Wednesday and Friday. Other days, we're not expecting any rain. Our next good, solid chance for rainfall, in fact, doesn't even arrive until next Saturday. Here's a live look over the Javon Bay Hospital Riverside campus using our Mercy Health SkyTrack. We're seeing a good mix of cloud cover and sunshine for the time being. Temperatures right now are in the middle to upper 70s. We're at 79 right now in Rockford, whereas it's 73 in DeKalb, 75 in Freeport, 73 for current temperature up in Monroe. Tonight, temperatures will fall into the upper 50s for a low with these clearing skies. It's going to be a little bit cooler overnight tonight. Conditions will remain dry through the night and through tomorrow as well. Lots of sunshine for your Sundays. Temperatures reach the mid-80s for a high. Lower to middle 80s are going to accompany the dry conditions through the entirety of this week here. You can see should get a little bit cooler on Tuesday, but should hopefully make it back into the 80s with plenty of sunshine. Our next decent chances for rain do come Wednesday and Friday, with just a slight chance here and there. And our next good chance of rain comes on Saturday, when we could possibly see a few scattered thunderstorms enter the state line. Hannah?
Thanks, Kevin.
Now, the Mapleton Sports Desk with Samantha River.
Well, after Friday's tough loss against the Brewers, today was a new day and another chance for the Cubs to bounce back in Game 3 of their 4-game set at Wrigley Field. So let's get straight to it. By the bottom of the 8th here, the Cubs were down 4-3. Steven Souza Jr. crushes his solo home run, his first of the year. That would tie the game up at 4, and the guys are just loving it. So we go to the top of the 10th with the same score. Avisail Garcia sends a Jeremy Jeffers pitch down the line. Christian Yelich scores, and the Brewers go on to win this one 6-5. White Sox had a doubleheader today as part of their 3-game series against the Cardinals. First time St. Louis playing in more than 2 weeks. First inning, Cardinals up 1-0 with the bases loaded. Dexter Fowler hits his soft fly ball off Lucas Giolito. Tommy Edman and Tyler O'Neill score. St. Louis goes up 3-0. Next batter, it's Andrew Kinzer with a base hit. Matt Carpenter scores, and the Cardinals go on to take Game 1 5-1. And in their second game of the day, the White Sox lost as well, 6-3. Green Bay Packers have made nose tackle Kenny Clark a very rich man. They announced they have signed him to an extension, which multiple reports say is for 4 years and worth $70 million. That makes him the highest paid nose tackle in NFL history. Throughout Clark's 4 years in the league, he has 16.5 sacks. The Packers also announced they have claimed wide receiver Travis Fulgham off of waivers from the Lions. The team released tight end James Looney, cornerback Marc-Antoine Decoy, and wide receiver Darrell Stewart as well. Bears wide receivers Allen Robinson and Anthony Miller obviously have more familiarity with quarterback Mitch Trubisky, but they have had some time to get to know the new guy, Nick Foles. In the little time they have had to work together, they say they've been impressed.
You could definitely tell that, Nick has been playing this game for a long time, and, he knows this offense very well. He's very detailed in practice. You can catch him in the back of an offensive play going through his progressions, and he's not even in. So, that's just the type of player he is, and I can't wait to see him live action, to see what he really can do.
He's a really good teammate, he's a competitor, and just all around, a good player.
The Bears' first game of the regular season is on Sunday, September 13th, when they take on the Lions in Detroit. And some quick Blackhawks news. The team has loaned forward Matej Chalupa to Czech Extraliga's Mount Field HK. And don't forget, the Blackhawks take on the Golden Knights in Game 3 in the first round of the Stanley Cup playoffs tonight. Begins at 7.
Well, State Line saw a little bit of rain today, but as meteorologist Kevin Doom says, it's going to be a pretty dry week.
That's right, Hannah. The little bit of rain that we saw today could be the last that we see in quite a while. We saw some scattered showers, even a few thunderstorms earlier on this morning and in the afternoon. Now we are still seeing a little bit of rain, but that is now moving off to our east. A lot of that cloud cover followed suit as well. Now we're just seeing a good mixture of blue sky and a cloud cover. However, if you look here at our current relative humidity, this rain that we saw was a result of a cold front, and as that moves off to our east, our air is drying out very quickly here. You can see 78% humidity in DeKalb, whereas it's 51% humidity in Savannah. Eventually, the entire area will be very dry here before the night's out. So our cloud cover is going to continue to clear up as our atmosphere dries up through the night tonight. That's going to leave us with lots of sunshine tomorrow. Temperatures currently 79 degrees in Rockford, 74 in DeKalb. Same goes for Freeport. 73 in Monroe and 79 for a current temperature up in Janesville. Seeing a little bit more cloud cover in the eastern half or so of the state line, but lots of sunshine out to our west, and soon we'll follow suit here. Tonight, temperatures reaching the upper 50s for low with clear skies. Same goes for tomorrow. We're reaching the mid 80s for a high. Dry week ahead, lower to middle 80s through the end of the week. Hannah?
That's all we've got for you. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to wash your hands. We'll see you at 10.